Hello, today is Saturday, July 18th, 2026. Here is your daily signal. According to Fortune, the United States has reinstated a naval blockade targeting Iran, sparking fresh airstrikes and prompting Tehran to threaten halting all Middle Eastern energy exports. The U.S. blockade, enacted on July 15, 2026, is aimed at controlling the vital flow of energy resources through the Strait of Hormuz, a corridor responsible for nearly 20% of global oil traffic. Iran's response has escalated regional tension, undermining a fragile interim peace deal and stoking fears of broader conflict. In the immediate aftermath, over 260 people were reportedly wounded in strikes, Brent crude prices surged above $85, and the global oil buffer contracted further, as covered by Fortune. India reacted quickly, raising export taxes on diesel and jet fuel effective July 16 to address tightening fuel supplies in global markets. Near-term disruptions could spike oil prices beyond $90 per barrel and trigger immediate fuel shortages across Asia and Europe, while medium-term risks include the breakdown of diplomatic deals and the real possibility of direct U.S.-Iran escalation. Economies that rely heavily on imported energy, such as India and European nations, face severe inflation pressures, policy shifts, and cascading effects across supply chains and commodity markets worldwide. Next, turning to American politics and currency. Business Insider reports that the U.S. Mint has unveiled a $1 gold coin featuring Donald Trump's portrait, breaking the long-standing precedent that only deceased individuals have appeared on U.S. currency. Meanwhile, Associated Press highlights President Trump's primetime address, which questioned the legitimacy of U.S. elections and called for more restrictive voting laws on July 16, 2026, reigniting debates rooted in the contested 2020 presidential results. Together, the coin's launch and Trump's rhetoric have ignited controversy over the legality and propriety of these actions, particularly given U.S. regulatory frameworks surrounding both currency and elections. On July 15, the U.S. Treasury's decision to mint the coin was criticized for defying the tradition against honoring living persons, and the following day, Trump's broadcast intensified partisan divides, amplifying concerns among voters and lawmakers. The immediate impact could be legal challenges to the U.S. Mint's authority, as well as heightened polarization and calls for tighter voting regulations. In the medium term, these developments may drive reforms to election security and scrutiny over political communications. If public doubts persist, voter trust and participation may be adversely affected in upcoming national contests. Now, shifting to advances in nanotechnology. Next Big Future reports a significant leap in molecular nanotechnology tool systems, thanks to inverted mode STM, with over 1,000 pages of new research detailing molecular manufacturing workstations. The latest breakthroughs, documented in the CBN Nano paper and RZIV 2512.24431, have made atomically precise manipulation and placement of individual carbon dimers routine, marking a turning point for practical nanotechnology applications. These advances allow for scalable molecular manufacturing, with commercialization efforts grounded in reliable tool systems. Investor Brian Wang, who has supported startups working on these innovations, notes that July 14, 2026 saw proof of over 180 successful movements of carbon dimers using STM tooltips. Recent research also highlights the deployment of inverted mode STM systems toward commercial molecular manufacturing workstations and emphasizes the importance of creating a revenue-generating flywheel to accelerate market adoption. In the near term, atomically precise molecule placement could enable customizable nanoscale manufacturing for specialized industries. Medium term, automated molecular manufacturing workstations may reshape material science and electronics, giving a major advantage to startups that succeed in implementing scalable inverted mode STM solutions. Now, onto the markets. In international markets, Germany and France both edged lower, with Germany's EWG closing at 41.16 and France's EWQ at 45.14. Netherlands and Japan saw the steepest drops, with EWN down 4.3% and EWJ declining 4.2%, while Indonesia bucked the trend with IDX up 1.8%. In commodities, gold rose 0.95%, closing at $368.41, and U.S. oil surged 3.91%, ending at $123.96. Silver gained 0.77% at $50.78, and corn advanced 0.91%, but lithium fell 0.7% amid sector declines. Among favorites, Adobe climbed 0.82% to finish at $237.25. While Oracle rallied 1.77% with a notable month-on-month drop. Nvidia fell 2.2%, Microsoft lost 1.8%, and Intel dropped 2%, with Axon sliding 5.81%, marking the day's steepest loss in the group. In sectors, the SP 500 slipped 0.99% as SOX Semiconductors fell 1.6%. Healthcare was down 0.44% but remains up 6.9% this month, with finance off 0.86%. Gainers today include SHOT up 2,429%, Cello up 533%, and PeaceNow up 105%. Among losers, QH plunged nearly 100%, Stack fell 49%, and VIF dropped 48%. That's it for today. You can find more news and details on our website. Goodbye.